Well, we monitor it.
I think that'll work.
Yeah.
Wow, I like how it got quiet. That's awesome. Hey, 2016, everybody. 2016 CharDUG. If you're not familiar with it, we clap when we say 2016. That's part of the thing. I'm Mark Schropp here. I go by Schropp, and I think it'd be cool. We've got some new folks in the room. It'd be cool to go around. I'm Schropp. I work here at Classic Graphics. I've been doing Drupal stuff for a while and into some other things, and we'll just kind of kick it off.
I'm Mark. I work here at Classic as a dev, Drupal dev, / interested in Meteor stuff too. Because what JS is. That's cool.
That would be the other stuff.
That would be the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I do. I come here to learn more all the time.
Cool.
Hey, I'm Kevin. I'm working for a CapTech consulting in Charlotte. Not a Drupal developer. Hadn't heard of Drupal until about a week or so ago when I got here back from West.
Cool.
Mainly Java background.
So, okay. So you're a developer.
Yeah, developer.
Awesome. Right on.
Here to see what Drupal's about.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Richard. I'm also a non-Drupal developer at Bank of America. I'm also here to learn about Drupal.
Cool. Right on.
I'm Wes. I work Bank of America with this guy in the day, and then work as a Drupal developer with this guy at night.
I'm Jacob. I work at UpGradient, so a small company, and I'm going to give a presentation about my first Drupal 8 website. And, I've been involved in Drupal for like 5-6 years.
My name is Mark. I'm a student at NCC.
Cool.
Probably the least program experience here, but I do computer vision stuff.
Cool. What class? Is it a class or a?
No, it's outside.
Oh, cool. Right on. All right, back row, folks.
Apparently, the cool kids are all in the back.
All the cool kids.
The pumped up
I'm
kids.
Ryan. I'm not a Drupal developer. I'm just interested in what kind of cool tech stuff's going on in Charlie these days.
Right on.
Cool stuff in Charlie.
Designer, primary identity, collateral, print, and environmental. I heard drops the bombs.
Cool.
The bomb.
One of the rest of us.
There you go.
I'm Brett. I'm a Drupal developer as well. I also think Schropp is the bomb.
Wow. The check's cashed.
I'm here to learn about Drupal.
Ryan, been messing with Drupal since version 2.3, something in there. Don't do a lot of development anymore, but I'll keep this Drupal on.
I'm Aaron. I work at UNC Charlotte, and I've been doing it for 3 years. Really interested in figuring out Drupal.
My name's Eric. Hey, Brent. Just said I never see Brent anymore. I am a Drupal noob with a website, and I hang out with Drupal cool people and sound like I know what they're talking about.
Awesome.
Scott, Drupal and the Meteor development for
How do I get involved? Wait. Can I get involved with Dieter.js? I heard that's the latest awesome JavaScript framework. Okay. That would be great.
Also part of the other.
Cool. Thanks, Dieter.
My name is Nathan, Drupal developer at Classic Graphics. Been working with Drupal for 2 years now.
My name is Mike, and I go by Mike, and I am a developer here at Classic for about 3 years.
For how long?
About 3 years.
Really? Wow. Can't count. Time flies when you're working with Mike.
Yeah. Well, actually, Mike's actually been here like 1.5 years, but he's done 3 years worth of work. That's
true. I believe that.
So anyway, welcome everybody. It's cool to see new faces, returning faces, some of the same faces we usually see, but it's cool. Got a good group, and I'm excited about the presentation tonight because it's probably our first Drupal 8 related presentation since Drupal 8 has released, and so that's cool. And excited to have Jacob present because it's his first presentation here at CharDUG, which is awesome. Kind of some late breaking, I guess, Drupal news, kind of catch everybody up on some things that I've caught in the news. And if other people have stuff, this is a good time to bring it up. Drupal Camp Asheville was announced as being, I believe, August 12th and the 13th. They don't have anything up yet on the site, but they just locked in the dates. So put that on your calendars. It's usually a pretty good camp, and it's not that far away. And Asheville's a pretty cool town, so cool place to go do stuff.
What were the things?
It's August 12th and the 13th. And but yeah, it looked like, those of you who know Matthew Connerton, it looked like he was on the list of people maybe helping with it, even though he moved to Florida. So I don't know. I thought he moved to Florida, but I don't know. So if he's still involved, that's kind of cool. But he was kind of the person in the past who has led that camp. So I know they probably appreciate the help in whatever capacity he can do. But the other thing is, I guess in this past week or so here, we've Drupal 6 has ended life. That may not mean much to some people, and it may mean a lot to some people. So Drupal 6, was it the 24th or the 19th?
24.
24th? So for some reason I had those two dates in my head, but so those of you who are new to Drupal, the standard policy has been when a new release happens, like Drupal 8 released earlier this year, when a new Drupal major release happens, they will maintain patching and security support and that sort of thing for the current version, the stable, and then one version back. So that means Drupal 7 and Drupal 8 are currently officially supported. That means Drupal 6 falls off. This year, what's interesting is Drupal 6, there are a lot of Drupal 6 sites out there. And so there is an awesome podcast it's worth listening to that I finished this week. It's on Drupal Easy. And if you go check out drupaleasy.com, those guys talked actually with one of the companies that's an official Acquia partner doing Drupal 6 end-of-life support. So there are a number of companies who are doing end-of-life patching and support and things like that for people that have Drupal 6 sites and maybe can't just upgrade. So that's something worth noting. And I think that's never happened before. There have not been previously this many people kind of like going, I kind of can't really just upgrade easily. So we probably need some help, or at least to bridge the gap. But it is important that if you have Drupal 6 sites that you kind of do something, because there are going to be security releases that come out where Drupal 7, especially Drupal 7 and 6 share a lot of the same code, where they are not going to release security updates for Drupal 6. Drupal 7 will get the security updates, and if you're not with a vendor or you're not backporting the patches yourself, your sites will be vulnerable. So just something to keep in mind as you go along with that stuff.
How long has Drupal 6 been around?
Gosh, I do not remember when it launched. Anybody? 2008? That comes to mind? Is that? I don't know.
So I have 8 years before my Drupal 7 site becomes obsolete.
It's
That's
possible.
In 08.
08?
Before 9 comes
Okay.
out.
February 13th.
That's a good question.
What was the date?
Asking for a
February
friend.
13th.
Okay.
That's pretty close to that.
February 13th, 2008 is what Mark's saying. But yeah, so the release cycles get longer, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. One thing that is different, and this is in the news this week about Drupal 8, is I think is Drupal 8.1 just released, correct? Am I confused on that? Does that sound right? Okay. One thing that's important about Drupal 8.1 is that they actually released some new features in 8.1, which was some UI stuff for migrate core stuff. So and probably some other things, but that's a big change for Drupal, by the way. So in the past, inside a major release, they have not released new features. It's always been just bug fixes, security fixes until the next major release. And then Drupal does more like what maybe like Apple does, as far as like we'll forget about the old, and when a new major release comes out, like we're not guaranteeing upgrade on all things, and we're just going to start new and move forward. Which that's good and bad. I mean, it's good because you get all the latest, greatest stuff from that point on, but there's not a clean upgrade between them necessarily. So yeah, the transition is kind of tough. But that's the nice thing about having more of the long term between releases, I think. But and we kind of rely on modules and things like that to give us new features. Anybody else have any news? That's kind of all that I had in mind with it. Not that that's not enough. Does anybody have any questions about Drupal in general? Since we've got some folks that are new to Drupal.
What is a Drupal?
What is a Drupal?
What is a Drupal?
That's super philosophical, Dieter. That's like saying, what is a Dieter, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. It's just a name. It's a name of a thing. Huh? And it's a misspelled name, which just kind of fits in a lot of ways. But well, cool. Well, if nobody has any questions and all, I'd like to give just a 2016 welcome to Jacob Harris. Jacob, come on up. Jacob was really awesome to fill in kind of last second because we had somebody that couldn't make a Drupal 8 talk. And not only is he filling in with the presentation, but he's filling in with a Drupal 8 related talk, which is really sweet. So I was super excited to have you do that, Jacob. That was cool. And I think he's going to talk about a website that he's recently worked on in Drupal 8 and show it off. And so let's kind of check it out. Thanks, Jacob.
Cool. Thank you. So I'm Jacob. My background is I'm a themer. I was originally a designer, and then I built my first site from scratch and kept going down the road looking at it. I think it was CakePHP, and then WordPress, and then we were like, it's got to be something better. So we found Drupal, and so that's kind of where I go. And I really honed in on the theming part of it. I really like the configuration of Drupal and all the theming parts that you can do with Drupal. So this particular project I'm going to show, this was a client that came to us in 2010, and it was a Drupal 6, or we had to migrate from what they had, I can't remember what it was in, to a Drupal 6 site. So just recently, since Drupal 6 is unsupported, we had to migrate that they asked us to migrate that to Drupal 8 on our recommendation. And so that's what I'm going to show you. And they didn't want any huge updates to it as far as the look and feel. They said all their users use it really. They like the way that the format is of it, and they wanted just a few other. This is their 20th year. It's called the Hardwood Store, and it's their 20th year serving woodworkers. So they wanted some cute little graphics to kind of show that, and they also wanted a contact form for. Did you raise your hand? No. They also wanted a contact form for a monthly lottery, so they can get submissions that go into a newsletter and then have a drawing on there and then email that user that they want, like a piece of hardwood or something, I'm not sure. So this is what the old site was. And this is a Drupal 6 site. And, let's blow it up a little bit. And this is a Drupal 8 site. So pretty standard site. There's nothing too tricky about it. A lot of basic pages. First I want to go over. When we decided to do Drupal 8, I wanted to make sure that we did it the right way as much as possible. We wanted to make sure that we did it the way Drupal 8 kind of intended to be done, whatever that way was. So there was a lot of learning that would involve with just studying how the file organization is and different things like that. The other thing that was really important for us was source control and configuration management, because we wanted to make sure that our local development was as close as possible to staging and also the production site. Although for this particular site, it's not a huge deal. There's not there's no users on the site actual. There's only manager users and pretty basic site, but still we want to make sure that we had all our tabs on it for when we do Drupal 8 sites down the road as well that are more have stores or whatnot. So the first thing for me was, what theme am I going to use? What base theme am I going to use to build this guy? So I started looking into the core themes that Drupal had, and I forget the names of them. I think Classy and Stark, I think, are the core themes, and you can make a sub theme off of those and start building. But I have always been really attracted to I think his name's Jeff Burns for Genesis theme and adaptive themes. And so he has adaptive themes for Drupal 8 that he's been working real hard on that is still in development. I think this is the first release candidate, or it's somewhere in that almost stage. And we decided to go with that. And I wanted to make sure that we used Sass as well, because it's just a lot easier to code in Sass than CSS as a developer. So and adaptive themes supported all of that. So let's take a look at it. This is my local development. So you'll see that the pictures are weird and my own content and stuff in there. And not all the links are there. But we go to appearance. So I'm just going to kind of walk through all the different features that we built and different things that we did. I'm not going to get too in depth with any one thing. If anyone has questions, just go ahead and let me know. With a security update. So adaptive themes came with a way to just generate. Bottom right, you can see AT theme generator, which is brand new. He scrapped his whole Jeff Burns scrapped his whole idea of his theme. It's much more UI central, and that kind of bugs me, and I kind of like it too. I liked getting in his old themes because they're kind of scrapped. They're pretty minimal, and you can kind of do what you wanted to do with it. I like the coding part of it, but he tried to do a lot more stuff in the UI. So there's a generator that actually generates your sub-theme and puts it right in place for you. And that was really easy to do.
Jake's giving it thought.
So that created the...
No.
And I'm going to go into the settings.
No, on... Let me make sure my microphone's on.
And there's all sorts of things that he throws in here.
On Drupal.
Off the bat, this theme is responsive. And...
do what?
He has all these extra little features that you plug in.
Going now.
As far as just little things like slideshows. I'll get into that later. But there's slideshows. And typically,
I had to spend 2 hours with
you would use slideshow
so I can get a lot.
to do something like that, which just shows.
It's frustrating.
Content and have it.
And our client isn't very nice. And I was like fire
he built his own and in this site, I just immediately thought to use slideshows because I always had in the past. And I built it and had it working, and then I saw this little tick, and I said, I had to change it. So I ended up changing it all to this, and it was actually really nice.
Can you zoom?
Oh yeah, sure.
You recognize Uncle Jake's voice?
Thank you.
So
Gotcha, William. I gotcha.
So these are the extensions.
I'm listening to Jake right now.
Oh, down here, this is really important.
I can listen to him on my headphones. Go crazy.
All of the layout.
Blow it up. I'll blow it up for you, William.
You can just change on the fly, and it will change how your layout appears.
That's a tough one.
On the so, and the responsive too. This is a wide layout, tablet, and mobile. And there are customizations to this stuff too. I think using the file, you can add different things. My particular layout was tricky because he did not have a fixed width column. So I had to go through that and figure out how he's actually doing what he's doing, and then make that on the side. Can't remember if I did it with all CSS or not, but it's now fixed. And as you can see, this was all fluid, which is probably for most sites a lot. Doing strings expands. Tablet. And different layouts for all the different zones. So those who aren't familiar with these are just regions in Drupal. And within regions, you can put blocks.
Wow, that didn't pump
any
up
sort
at
of
all.
Content that you want, that you want in there, and you can move the blocks around to different regions and different. And this grid shows how to display on the
You're
different
gonna jump?
response
Ready? You can do it. 1, 2, 3, jump.
devices. So there's what I found out with adaptive themes. There's a lot of stuff. He proposed a lot of different things, and it was a lot to look through. Let's see this.
Bonk.
There's a slideshow at the front. This is just a basic slideshow. Let me go in there and take a look at this that piece of content so you can see how it was done.
Can you show us the?
Oh yeah, sure.
Are you kind of recreating the regions that were in the D60?
No, I used what he had. I try to take the stance of
Oh, kick it.
doing as little as possible as I can. I don't want to install a lot of modules, or I want to use what they have and try to make it fit into what they're doing. So it changed big time from Drupal 6. I think that theme was Genesis.
Kick it.
And so it was all different. Let's see here. So, pops into the menu. Yeah, the menu. So you kind of see how some things behave. But kind of need to see the actual blocks here. Show the regions more clearly.
Bonka, 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 bonka.
Doesn't show them too clearly, but that's probably because of the hacking I did with that. But it is, you can kind of see somewhat where all the different regions are. A lot of them I'm not even using, but
it's almost like a towel. It looks like you did the header second after the header first.
Yeah, I had another issue with the main content too. There was some hacking to this, definitely, this particular thing. But
how long did it take you to convert? Like, if you were to think about like hours, how long did it take you to convert the themes?
Convert the themes?
Yeah, from 6. Like, taking what you had in 6 to get. Just to get.
I would say.
Hit your head. Hit your head, bonk.
No, 30 hours, something like that. I could be off on that. But yeah, it's 30, 40 hours.
That's
Like that. Yeah, so I can't get you exact numbers on that though.
No, I mean, I'm just curious, more like, that's perfect.
Yeah, most of the time spent was just understanding this.
Whoa.
One of the things I want to do after this is actually create something that isn't just what Ford provides, to kind of compare the two and see if this is actually something I want to use in the future.
Bonk.
But so that shows the region.
Whoa.
I'm not going to use much of any of them except the footer and the main content. And the sidebar is in the middle there.
Whoa. I'm going to hit you in the face.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Here you go, William.
It's just a demonstration.
Oh.
Adaptive themes from the beginning, you can see very clearly we're all
Fluff my hat.
supposed to be.
Yay.
So I'm going to go to the
That was really stressful today.
I should mention too, Drupal 8 is
I had to go through 300 items and update.
definitely different with this admin bar.
Because his store was like missing all its film.
On Drupal 6 was administration,
Admin menu.
Admin menu, there it goes, admin menu. And Drupal 7 created a toolbar which allows you to have the admin menu. But that one always bugged me too, because I wanted the drop down, so I'd always do the administration toolbar with the admin menu, and it would do that. Drupal 8 has something very similar to Drupal 7. They definitely changed the look and feel a little bit. One module I added which gave me this drop down functionality. I think it was.
No, I went right past his head.
Admin toolbar or something like that. But I gave you just a little bit extra so you can.
There you go.
But
you can stretch your arms all the way across.
The shortcuts, the manage, and then your user. We go to.
They've also backported that to D7.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it does look better.
You can get the drop down too.
I don't know whether you can get the drop.
I know the main menu.
Bonk.
That'd be cool if you could get the drop down too.
And I found that they weren't as user friendly as the Drupal 7 drop down menu module. It does for the most part.
Whoa.
thing that really bugged me while developing this was this little thing. When you would, I'll get back to the content after this, but when you would, on some view, I was testing.
Funky donkey donkey. Funky donkey
Trying to
donkey.
look, see if my site looks right.
Funky
But that
donkey
menu
donkey.
automatically goes over to the left hand. You have to log out in order to see, or have another browser open with a non-logged in user.
Honky donkey.
What is that little arrow?
Honky donkey.
Oh, right here. Yeah, you can go to your side. Move the menu if you want. I don't think so. I may have not tried clicking enough buttons, but.
On the G7 one, you can just hit manage and it closes it again.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Good tip.
29.
So yeah. Let's see, content. I'm going to go to this slideshow.
Ah, right in the nards. Got me in the nards.
Is a content type that I created. And I only have one piece of content in that content type. And I just used a multi-unlimited field for images. And just upload the images right there in that.
Honky donkey honky.
And for my client, if they want to change the slideshow,
Honky
they go
donk.
straight to this edit form, and they can add or reorder these however they like. And then I should have changed the way that order was. But
Does your content type come with the theme?
no, there was, so what's the active theme did slideshow is, so I built this at like 2 or 3, I'm trying to remember exactly the details, but I think they made it so if you put
Whoa.
a specific class in the
Whoa. It's
like,
following me.
div above the list of items that you have, it would automatically make a slideshow any site if you did that. So what I did was make a view, I believe. I think I made a view that in that same format and added that class to that on the outside. So automatically made it for me. And I'm using some image styles there and some cropping and such. Which all comes in Drupal.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here, let's take a look at that. It's
Whoa.
just like Drupal 7. Yeah, you have the different image styles, and then when you display the content, you can change them to pick whichever one you want. It's all looks the same. So something I should note: Drupal 8 comes with everything as blocks. If you worked in Drupal 7, Drupal 6, the titles or the logo and other specific things like that were really difficult to edit because they weren't a block. Like you had to actually go into the theme and hard code that stuff and change it in order to change it. With Drupal 8, they made everything a block. You logo, and they have these little quick edit feature here too in Drupal 8, but that gives you a lot more flexibility of changing things.
Whoa.
Drupal, that you can go through there and just
Honky donkey
around a lot more easy. This particular site, I had the title was kind of in a weird spot.
Honky donkey, yank it.
Exactly how I changed this, but
Whoa.
I had an issue with the way the regions were, and this lumber is not the actual page title. I think it's the node title, and I'm hiding the page title. But and I did that for some reason because it just didn't seem not to work the other way. But typically for most sites, I think that the page title would be fine. So a big part that we concern ourselves with a lot is the configuration, and that is completely different in Drupal. The way we did this before is use features, and what features does is it was a module for in Drupal 7 was for putting a bunch of stuff to do something specific on a site, and you call it a feature, and you can move it around from site to site.
Oh, you want me to go this way?
Was this configuration management
I'm going down.
tool for
Going down.
all Drupal sites that needed?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
really
whoa, whoa,
build
whoa,
that
whoa,
into
whoa.
configuration scene.
Okie dokie.
So when you first go here on a fresh Drupal install, it will not show you anything, and it will. And when you change something on the site, it won't show you anything. What it does is it compares the last time you imported something into the site. So what you have to do to initialize this is export it and then import it back in. And then once you do that, you can make a change on the site and it'll show up here. So let's say do something here. Change something here. Let's see. I don't think anything's in the leaderboard, I mean, but let's see. This does something.
Bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk.
Okay, so let's say some things. If we go back to configuration organization,
bonk.
It should show us things changed. And it does a lot of things. And what you change, something of that nature, I guess, did a lot. But you can see the different hardwood store settings. You can view the differences here. And it shows that one column pad 5 in the leaderboard that we did. And so what we would typically do on this is we would use Drush, and we would Drush export this, and then we would have the files there, and then we could check that out and move that around to the production site, and then import that.
Whoa, ball.
And then,
you threw it down? I'll go get it.
From getting the settings configurations into other development and production. Any questions there? Yeah.
You going?
Oh. Stored in file system or a database? Maybe it's optional.
That's a good question. I think it's all in files. I think it's all in files now. But
can you show the files?
Yeah,
that's local, right? So
yeah, it's
be cool to see them.
I don't know how to blow this up, but that does.
I don't know if it does the sidebar. Do you have the zoom set?
What tool is that?
Hold control and then just yeah, go to system preferences. This is a good time just to give this good. System preferences, and I think accessibility. Go to accessibility.
Accessibility.
Right here, I'm pointing here like you're looking at me.
Can't see your finger that much.
There it is. Click on zoom and use scroll gesture with modifier keys to zoom. So you'll hold control.
Okay.
So yeah, now close out of that. And then when you hold control down, actually, you move to the edge of the screen, it'll
bonks.
Like try zoom. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. 2016, everybody. Mac tips right here for you.
Yeah.
Very, very daunting to me at first. It's very different than Group 7.
With the actual.
You want to go in there?
Oh yeah. The core structure, yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at source here.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you hosted with Nginx?
We're using Docker Compose, and I have an Arch Linux box running, and then.
Is hosted with Linux?
Yeah.
It's a bunch.
That's a bunch, okay.
I was going to say, you're hosted with Arch Linux. I'm like, wow.
I caught Arch Linux.
I mean, he's Arch
You like to live on the edge.
That's their job. I just say things.
Pretty nice. Show us how you did that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So this is the structure that.
Woo. Yeah, all the way down.
What are we looking for? Or
Well,
which one is it?
I think that what Brim's talking about, the files for config, is it
Oh,
for sites?
yeah.
YAML?
Wonder what.
I think they're all YAML. Yeah, they're all YAML. They're
There
right
you
here.
go. And what folder was that under?
This was under config. Right under
Okay, cool. Right under,
so, yeah,
right under
config.
root. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So open one up if you don't mind. Just take a picture. You got it.
Oh.
Are you getting like merge conflicts? I guess no one is changing stuff over there, but like, is that, I just wonder what that's.
Are you going to take it back up for you?
We're working in config and trying to push it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just have to resolve those conflicts. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, if you're working on the same thing, yeah, you just have to figure it out. I mean, I don't really know how else to get around that. Yeah. I was pretty much the only one really working on this, though. Wes and Dave helped kind of set up the whole commercial Linux and everything, and then yeah, Ubuntu, and kind of started hacking away at it.
Whee!
But
bonk.
So using the configuration management though felt much cleaner than features. Features had that bulky going to the UI and just having those come up and say, hey, this is all good. This has been a lot cleaner, although I will say it's a little confusing at times. Like I made that one small change and it changed all sorts of stuff, and kind of worried sometimes that maybe it did something wrong.
Bye.
But it seemed to work really well, and everything that I tried to change.
Oh, it hurt your butt.
Showed up in the configuration management. Sometimes features would not.
Is the booty okay? Booty okay?
Very problematic. So
down.
It seems to work pretty well.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think, and maybe part of that is they worked on the configuration system in Drupal.
Whoa.
That was one of the first things that really kicked off. I know they made lots of changes, like Brent's talking about, but that was a project that's just been out there for a long time. So hopefully that's paid off in what you saw with it working pretty well.
I very much liked it. Wes hasn't really worked with it much, but I was telling him that I would definitely prefer to build these Drupal 8 sites. I mean, I won't get into some of the stuff that was really annoying, but that's what we looked at.
How's the performance feel versus 7? Like just your feel, like if on your local machine you're in a 7 site versus an 8 site, do you feel any difference?
I'd say maybe a little better. About the same. Yeah, maybe a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's supposed to be better, but I wouldn't say that it was super.
Well, when 7 came out, it was actually supposed to be worse. Much worse than 6.
Bye-bye.
Weird. It's not always.
Keep giving the presentation. Have fun.
So yeah, so as a themer, coming through all this and seeing all these YAML files and was very daunting. I was like, what is going on?
Yep.
And so I really had to figure out all this stuff. Not to mention.
You want to jump, or you want me to?
The way they're doing this is for this theming is SMACs. So they're following the SMACs guidelines. So they're breaking up all the CSS into all the specific files that are related to the area where they're actually doing it.
Don't throw those because you could hit the screen. That would be bad. Yeah. Daddy.
So here's the SAS files for you.
Look at that.
Jump to the.
Dude, you're on now. Your presentation life is forever changed.
So yeah, there was tons of them. And this was really daunting because as I said, I wanted to do this where I was supposed to write it. I realized I couldn't have written it in any of these and started hacking away. I kept looking for this.
Move the couch.
Kind of throw everything into, but it wasn't there. And I mean, maybe some of them like page or like color. But so I really had to study the SMACs guideline. I forget what that stands for.
Oh.
SMACs or
no, I think Drupal as a whole, everyone is doing this. That's what's recommended.
I got you.
And I think I haven't looked in depth of the core themes, but they pretty sure they look at those. I mean, they do it. So so that took a lot of time just trying to figure out where for me to write these specific things. But I got the hang of it. And what you want to do, I didn't know where I wanted to style the specific things for the slideshow.
Want some food?
I had to edit the, what comes now is a libraries.
Oh, you want to go to Walmart?
Right alongside.
After this presentation's over, we'll go to Walmart, okay?
So you have.
Okay, and we'll go get another one.
This is the theme.info.
Yeah, one more. One more.
.yaml, which is
One more. But I want to watch Jake do the. Jake's giving a presentation.
and there's all sorts of crap in there because adaptive themes.
Okay, well, go get your shoes on. We'll get ready to
It
go.
can be really basic. You can just have the
Let's go put it on.
you know, the name, the type, and
You want to eat your food?
description. There might be like one other thing in there that you haven't, but adaptive themes has all sorts of crazy stuff going on that they do in there. But the other part is the libraries.
So,
It adds all these libraries in some way, but this is the part where it shows you where he loads all his common styles. And so what I did was I took base, because I figured base was loaded on most of them, and I added, I used color, I think.
Can you say
I
shoe?
added my slideshow there, because color was supposed to be this surface. Like,
Can you say poo-poo shoe?
sort of,
I can say eat my train.
I put that in there and had my, and this is my slideshow.
Okay, then we'll put it on this way.
Sassy
Just keep
styles.
your foot there.
So,
That's one way. That's one way to do it.
Twig. Drupal uses a thing called Twig. It is the templating engine for PHP. This was not in Drupal 7 at all. You had to write PHP in the theming layer to do anything beyond HTML, and it's awesome. There's no more like crazy tags or anything like that. All your
Shoes on so we can go.
code looks like
No.
this. You have these two brackets right here, which is basically something you want to, the way they describe it is something you want to say, and then you see these down here, this where the bracket and then percent sign, something you want to do. So, for instance, I have this is so this is the node.html twig, and if I were to say date is a variable that's available, I think it just shows the date.
Whoa, whoa. Ah.
Shows the date right here above the title. And then you can do cool stuff with it, like so that's the comment you can see, the bracket, then the hashtag. And then if you do stuff like this, there's this pipe is a filter, so you can say now and then filter and then a year. So you could use this for like a copyright date or something like that. And it should show 2016. It does. And it's 2016. And all the documentation's here in Twig. You can go through the filters and look at all the stuff that it can do. But it's nice to separate all that logic out from the theming layer and keep that.
And that's
out
stuff
of
that we would just have to do a PHP template in PHP in some type of function or something. I mean, it's pretty nice.
You running back and forth? Don't you want to put your shoes on so we can go?
I build myself.
For security. For security. Let's do insert SQL.
Alright, so I'm going to move. I didn't do much Twig development at all on the site. There was not much for me to do. I don't know if I did actually.
But you can say
Yeah, definitely use it. I definitely looked through it and changed a few things, but I didn't have to use it, but I definitely will be using another site.
So are the blocks used in Twig?
The blocks, no. The blocks are just. Well, I'm gonna get some custom blocks, but the blocks that already create.
Slide. Open tapatu.
So, actually, I should probably talk about this too. A lot of new stuff. So typically, you could create a block. You could put it in any one region. Now they're entities, so they're an instance. So you can put them in the same block in multiple regions by using block.
There you go.
And I can place any block I want for it. What a typical block looks like. So this came with the original install, default install, and it has the site branding there, and you can turn off the site logo, site name, and this is all configuration that came. So, but another block will show maybe just a body field, and what you can do with blocks now is actually make custom block types, which is completely new to Drupal 8. You can never make custom types and add your own fields to blocks. You could do that with content types, but you couldn't do it with blocks. So now you have block types and content types. So it gives you this whole other range of ability to do things with your site, which I'm not really sure where that's going to lead to, but it's there. I'm going to try to show that for you.
Are you ready to go?
Custom block. So these were custom blocks that we created with a module. But if you didn't have any of that, you come in here and add custom blocks, and you have your block description, and oh, there's actually no field with this. Must leave those.
You can add fields to a block.
But you can add fields to them. So here we go. There's I was in the blocks tab, and now I'm in types. So I can manage. I was creating a basic block.
No.
The basic block and add fields.
Okay, I gotta get dressed too, William.
Let's add a body.
I gotta get dressed too, William.
Now that you can put blocks anywhere, you can actually take a block and use it in multiple different regions.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, you can. I haven't thought of a whole lot of use cases of it, but I think it'll be there whenever you need it. You know, like I'm not sure. I haven't thought of something that'd be really useful for having those fields and stuff, or the multiple instances. But
oh, for multiple instances?
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely a use case. I've run into it. Like you could have just a common block that maybe says, well, let's say that you've got a common one is upcoming or recent news. And you have a list of recent news, but on your homepage you want it in one region, but like in subpages, it would make more sense to have it a different area. And in the past you had to use like context,
right,
or something like that to make that happen.
I always use context, so I just really forgot about that.
But standard blocks and pre-8 could do it. And that's what Chris was talking about last month.
All right.
Oh, that's right.
With context, but pretty cool.
Okay, so this is the body field that we were adding.
There you go, William.
Custom block type. And if we go back to where there's a basic block. Blocks. So this is a custom block we created. Now we have the body there.
It's interesting they've added revisions to blocks too. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
There was something else that I stumbled across that was I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
These blocks. So content types come with all these permissions. When you can, well, we should probably just look at them. But it says create one, delete one, look at revision history for one. All those permissions are in the permissions system for Drupal. But blocks has one. It just says can access blocks or not access blocks, which kind of left us in a dilemma for the site because we wanted our client to be able to edit the things we were putting in blocks, but we didn't want them have access to all our blocks. And so what you can do with the content types is say, hey, you have access just to pages, or you have access just to your articles, or just your slideshow, or whatever it may be. So since we're still on here, I'm going to unmove this block somewhere. We're going to paste it, put it right in the leaderboard. Custom block. Okay, pages, show for Mr. Pages. And Is it not there? I don't know why it's not there. Oh, because I'm.
All right. All right.
There it is. Right.
Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Wish I had cried.
Yeah. Oh wait, just a second. Wait, am I gonna get something? Come back inside for a second.
Explain to the client that you're doing a presentation.
Yeah, it'll be fine. She's really nice.
Inside.
So, yeah, it'd be nice to build a Drupal 8 site for her.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So, the next thing we got to
come back inside
was the contact forms, or web forms, whichever way you look at it. So we had to create a this form here.
Come back inside. I gotta get something right quick. It's over here. It's in here.
Form for people to enter in, which we wrote my brother wrote a module to when they submitted this to submit to Simple News, which is a newsletter system for Drupal 8, and which worked great, by the way.
They didn't port that to
Simple News is there in Drupal 8, and it seemed to work great.
Cool.
So problem with this is, so web forms is not available in Drupal 8, and web forms is a really powerful tool that Drupal 7 uses all the time. So what they did was they made contact forms a lot more robust. You can now create any sort of field you want in contact forms. You can create as many contact forms as you want, and you can put those anywhere you want. The problem with contact forms is they are not as detailed as web forms. This content at the top of the page you cannot put into contact forms. They have no like intro to your form or any other or like footer text that you could write, or all you could put in was fields. And so what we had to do there was put a block there, and that's what they recommended you do. But in my opinion, it's not a very good solution. Because it feels like a page. They should just be able to edit the content on the top of the page if they want to, and then
I think porting web form to 8 is a huge task.
It probably is.
And it sounds like it might not happen.
Okay, well, Amy, you ready to go get that new one?
But well, the good sign is contact forms is much better, cool. But it's lacking. So I don't know how people are going to solve those multi-form needs or other things that web form did specifically.
So can it save stuff and not just email?
Oh yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
None of this is saved by default in core. What you have to install is a module called contact storage.
Oh yeah.
And contact storage.
Heard of that one.
What does it do in core by default without saying?
Hey, you ready to go?
Sends it.
Let's get it going.
Yep.
You guys want to take a 5-minute break and pizza before it gets cold?
We can
Put your arm out.
talk and ask questions and socialize.
2016. 2016.
Yeah.
Bubble.
Bubble? You said bubble?
No.
No. Poop? You poo-pooed? No. Are you tricking me? You a trickster. Okay, we ready? Oh, you're pulling it off. Wait, what happened? I'm gonna close it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. I'm trying to hire a new developer right now.
I like your
Right?
It's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we had it. Shove it out there. Yeah. That's that's paid. This one's free. I've gotten already on it, like 48 views. So like, yeah, that sounds. That's free. It's not bad. You can see the people don't talk to like whatever.
Some of it's
There's so much chat. Can't go away.
Drupal is a little more geared to creating not just blogs, but you create the content you're just doing. WordPress can do that too. But
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen. I haven't been able to. I don't know how it is.
Yeah, WordPress is definitely
It has to crash too.
Yeah, learning curve is way.
I have to do that maybe.
A little bit more complex.
It breaks every 5 months. When someone complains, I think
we build our stuff so our clients can manage their stuff.
Basically see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I actually have been seeing a lot less. When they log in, I mean, we'll give them admin if it's fine. When they log in, I'm glad you brought it up. I'll show you. It's like a shortcut.
it's really not that.
I'm more than
You're like, oh, it's not working. What do you mean it's not
put my admin
For a manager,
we don't have any other Drupal sites. Finish. I think it's 20. The Wednesday before Friday. And then I
Honka Donk.
you're Charlotte, right?
I hate it. It still takes the day to
White.
So
Brode.
she's doing fine. So you have to manually do it. Go to the server.
Brote.
We'll have 25 hours.
It could be manual. Like, yes, that's still on G6 and they're still. Last we heard was. Yeah, it's still
Brote.
Instead, we're doing something. Comparing it to Drupal 7. There's a lot of talk.
Wake them out. They're at Walmart.
But honestly, I've
Walmart.
never done it before.
Can you say Walmart?
Some people, like there's a Wizzy thing built in there. First version. This is the first version that had it.
Hey, watch out for cars, William.
And that's something I had brought up.
Oh, follow me over here. I'm gonna get my backpack.
Come on. Yeah.
What car's coming? See? Look. Let's go. He's gonna let's go. Yeah, white. Go.
I'm flabbergasted.
That white car. Look at that car.
Wild.
Watch out. There's a van. Over here. Walk over the sidewalk.
Like out of the
On the sidewalk. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's go run across. I think it's safe. These white lines are safe to walk across usually. Still gotta look though.
Going through a bunch of configurations. Just like code might be one. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. But that is what's kind of empowering about this.
Hi. When you get your car, you get your train.
First day you
Where's your got it? Put it in your pocket. I'll hold it for you. You can put it in my bag. Put it in my bag. Put it in your pocket. I don't have pocket. I'll hold it for you. I'll put it in my pocket. I got it. I'll put it in my pocket. Where's the toys at? You gonna find them? Where do you think they are? Over here? Okay. You show me. Show me where they're at.
You got the rolling one. Can we start playing the walking away theme from the Incredible Hulk TV show? The sad theme.
That usually where like something's gone bad.
It's always walking away sad.
Exactly, because you know that Hulk is in there somewhere and you can't get it out. That's exactly what you're talking about. It's so sad. All of those shows from the 80s when I was a kid, like my memories of them were so much better. I'm watching on Netflix. It's like, I'm thinking we should talk about all the containers. So we have like my dad.
Whoa.
Wonder Woman stuff. I'm watching. We saw like 4 or 5 people. When I was a kid, the 18, they were all 18. Yeah. I want that dream, but I'm telling you, when I watch it now, it's not exactly better than reality. 18 is here. They're like the one culture.
Watch out.
18.
Oh, you should be.
Whoa.
Like 2 hours. Hey, having to worry about
Go find him.
Yeah, yours is.
Huh. We can get one. One.
He was looking for the recipe for homemade.
Yeah, I saw there. I guess yeah, but right. But they do.
No, it's not. It's you can like saw it.
It wasn't quite as extreme as theirs, but it was
That's these guys.
He also does but he doesn't understand initially what they could have.
Oh, look at that guy from the Cars movie, the tractor. Who is that? Frank. Frank. Oh, and there's the car. Water. You need water?
Big on blocking shots. Yeah, it's just a Timothy office.
I could change that.
Oh, it does.
That's good guy. Look at that guy for us.
We live in school in space.
Now to my house. Sorry,
Next week.
Well, pretty much. Yeah.
No, you want to buy this one?
What I
That one?
I want to get some other person.
Wait a second here.
That would be really funny.
That's closed still. Someone not open. There you go, William.
It's still being used. Yeah, it's still like alive and well.
You want this? This is the one. Let me see. Where's this one?
Yeah.
Is this the one? How much is this one? How much this one is? Oh, let's go look at the trains, man.
What do they do with these?
Wait a second here. Hey, there's these Legos. You like these Legos?
It's also hard to art. We got all our
Yeah, where are the trains? I think they're over here, William.
Yeah. That's fine. It's pretty awesome. The other people can view it at the photos here.
Where are the trains? Yeah, they're in the other part. Let's go back there.
All right, sorry to break you a little long, but everybody's having fun socializing.
I don't have much more to go.
Let's come back.
Jacob is going to kick back in. So everybody stop socializing in socialization now. All right.
Where's all the kid toys? Here, see these Legos? Do you like? Look at this guy.
I had this tab open. I don't know if I ever showed this page, but that's the Adaptive Things logo. You see that?
It's actually a cool logo.
Yeah, kind of neat. But
I use Adaptive Themes in 7, and it may still be on my blog too. And I've always been pretty impressed.
Oh, here it is.
It was similar in 7 where you could select all
from here.
The different versions. It was.
Here we are.
I think they call it Adaptive Themes because it's an adaptive
here's the minis
versus reactive. It's
here's an engine
for saying this is the exact.
Remember, these were the trucks you wanted to get, William.
Instead of.
And these were the trucks that you wanted to get. Remember?
Right.
These trains, see, these match.
You can make your own breakpoints within these two. But
these match. You see, you want to get one of these. So this is different.
Good enough.
You want this or this? You get one thing.
Yeah, I've always been impressed.
And his website's called Adaptive Themes too, and he sells things.
Use your words
on there as well.
Well,
you can get one.
I think this is his base.
Yeah.
And he builds on top of this. That's why he's open source this, because which is awesome. I mean, that's And also
Yeah.
He is all over the message board too. Like,
This
yep,
is the engine.
he answers
This is
questions.
the engine right here.
He works real hard.
These are engines. These make it go forward.
So we talked about the contact forms and contact storage. If there's any questions about that?
Just a second.
I think I was talking about
you can get one though.
With the
You want this one or this one?
Which is pretty
You want
frustrating.
this one? You want Ramon?
We ended up having to build. So the problem with our blocks was we needed a way to transfer them from through code, and stuff in your block is content. So that was difficult. So we ended up making a module that we just wrote the custom code and the custom stuff in there, and the client cannot edit this, which is less than ideal, but it was good enough for this project. Hopefully we'll be able to build that you can have it default content in there, and then they can come in and change it later.
Okay, I'm looking at the engine
for that default content around from production.
Oh, here we go. Here's the launcher.
Or development to production. But, so one thing that Drupal 8 does out of the box, finally, is they have a WYSIWYG.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Did either of those modules for contact with or without storage give you like same web form, export, list of submissions, and all that kind of?
Yeah, let's look at those.
You get stuff similar to web form, at least?
It's so okay. So here's our forms.
That's pretty cool.
Stock with create your own contact forms on a page. Also, the
like a slide that they can go down. Slide that they go down.
So this is the basic.
Well, don't open it, William. You can't open it. You haven't bought it yet.
To and froms.
Uh-oh.
To, rather.
So you want to buy this one?
This
Let's put this one back then.
Multiple fields.
Are you sure you don't want to add this to this? Add one to this guy?
You would add in the other.
Okay.
Like a content.
But let's put lightning back and we'll buy this guy. That'd be neat. But I'm just looking here.
Management of submissions.
There was nothing out of the way. You had to install contact storage, and the way that looks is like this: form submissions. So there's some 3 submissions there. It tells you the form that was submitted. You can filter it.
A lot leaner than web form.
Yes, much leaner. Yes, so Drupal 8 comes with a WYSIWYG. It is CK editor, which is probably what most people used anyways on Drupal 7, but you always had to install the WYSIWYG module and you had to install CK editor and the libraries associated with that to get all that working. And it was always a pain to do. But now you have it out of the box. And so if you were to edit a page, you have this nice WYSIWYG. You can start to do things.
I don't see the engines anywhere. Well, I'm looking for them, but
and you can change all of the up there at the top, all of the options that typically came with CK editor.
All right, let's just get this.
All in Drupal 8.
What's this one?
Dreams of realized, people. After all these years, WYSIWYG in core.
Where is it? Content.
Whoa. All right. Okay, so you want to get this one. Put this one back. Put this one back. Put that one back too, William.
7, 8.
Here you had different profiles, I guess you can call them, or text formats, and you can give different roles access and adjust which options in the WYSIWYG show for them. So in this particular one, you can active toolbar shows you what we have there. We wanted to add alignment, throw that right in there.
Okay, William.
And then it would allow the user to do that.
Let's put this one back. Let's put lightning back.
It does have this, Drupal does have a file system that you can upload images to as well, and it always kind of works. You can put pictures in line with the content, which is nice, but you couldn't upload like PDFs or
put this guy back.
That I had to install IMCE file browser.
I think it goes into
that, and this site actually needed that for a few pages, and so that was an extra module that I had to put in. And
There's
that's
over here.
it's like
Oh,
how
wait, no.
Google was. It pops up with a window and it
There's
shows
over
you like uploading a file and where it's going in the directories and stuff like that. I'll show you that real quick.
All right. I'll take this one
is what
back.
This image right there comes with Drupal.
Here.
You can browse.
Okay, let's get this one. You want this? You want which one do you want?
More dream realization.
You want this?
Yeah,
one.
it's pretty nice.
Let's get this one. You said you wanted this one. This is too expensive. We can't get that with that one today.
It's not too big. There we go. Rocks.
Get the color changer.
Throws it in
the
there.
blue color changer.
Real big.
Blue. Yeah. Okay.
Look at that.
But yeah, so this is the IMCE that I added, IMC file browser, which is what I'll learn, right? And that looks very similar to how Drupal 7 was, and you're able to upload any file and put it wherever you want as an admin user. But you can limit that to your users. If you have a manager and you only want them uploading to a certain directory.
I'm gonna look for some. I'm gonna look for some fruit.
I think that's about it.
For some fruit too.
That's it for the hardwood store.
For that form,
Mhm.
in lieu of web forms using the contact form, did you consider doing form API,
Building our own.
building your own form?
For about this much time.
Okay. What steered you away from it?
I'm a themer. Didn't want to go through doing that stuff. Time limits with client, but I think I would guess it is pretty powerful, the form API, and just from the knowledge of what my brother did with the module and looking at it, he made it really the module is really easy to. It's small. There's not much to it, and it did things. Where Drupal 7, I feel like there was a lot more code involved. So it's funny. I just realized I see my brother right there on the screen. Kind of get me started. But yeah, so I'm hoping the form API is pretty good. I don't know.
Send me a message that that module that he actually built.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else actually built one that does the same thing, and it's called Simple Blocks.
Oh, okay.
So they fix that problem.
There you go. Any other questions? Yeah.
Question guy.
I love them.
How did you go about getting content in? This is all pre-content.
Yeah, I actually manually migrated it over. It just wasn't. There wasn't enough. I mean, there was about what you saw the tabs on the live site. It was only about 20 pages. There was some. It was tedious, to say the least. But we just didn't go that route. I felt it just be quicker. And
Well, let's go get some fruit. Let's
mainly-
go get some fruit first. Let's see. And then we'll get it. Let's walk over here.
But anything much larger than this, I would have definitely. We didn't have to worry about users or anything. It was just those pages. And we didn't worry about any of the previous submissions they had on their forms or any of that. They just didn't care. So that's something I'm really excited about with the migration and things like that.
I would like to know more about the hardwood t-shirts and hardwood hats. What are those?
I'm doing some good advertising.
That sounds like a hat would be heavy. And the shirt would be super heavy, like out of hardwood.
Not typical hat.
Would somebody be willing to go ahead and order one of these?
Let's go get the fruit.
Anybody willing to order one?
Follow me. We're gonna get that in a second.
Nathan, would you order one?
Want to get now? Okay, let's get in line. Let's get in line.
What? Trump's.
What is happening right now?
And he's made in China too.
But
Okay, let's go this line over here, I guess.
Dude, he scored. It does look pretty cool though. That's awesome.
yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, this is a design they had from 2007 or something like that. But so we didn't get to upgrade it much, but it was fun building it. It was a really good site for
The
people.
cool thing is now that you're paid, like you could, that could be around to
Let's go, Jake.
another job. So
this was a really comfortable site for us to experiment on. So we were, I felt really lucky to be able to take this.
It's kind of like here. I've had some people ask like, what would be our first Drupal 8 site or app or whatever, because we mostly do app stuff. But
yeah,
I was kind of like, well, it would probably be something simpler,
right?
Or migrate something that we already have one of our apps,
right?
It could be internal stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's something that's more simple because you're going to run into things and you're learning along the way.
Yeah, we learned. We ran into a ton on this.
Yeah,
just
sure.
Just really just how to get your mind over it, and then if we did the next one, we go do it twice as fast.
What were your resources for getting support when you hit blocks? What were the go-tos? Like, what did you guys do?
Well, I went on a lot of searching on Drupal forums and just Google things, and talked about it with Dave a lot. And so he was my bounce ideas back and forth that way. So
cool.
Yeah.
How are you getting in touch with the adaptive author?
I just went straight to the issues tab on adaptive themes and just typed whatever my issue were. I think I only submitted actually one. I was just trying to get a general feel of how he expected people to develop with his, file structure. He responded to that. So it was confusing to me. So, but I probably know.
No, we're gonna get this. You want this or this?
What?
Like that? We got food at home.
Laughing for it.
Let's go look at the fruit.
Just with the
unrelated.
Oh, unrelated. Oh, okay, it's not you.
Things going on in the head.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Dave said he listened to Drupal Easy and Lullaby podcast as well.
Okay, that's what I'm curious about because Drupal 8 being so new, even though it's been in development for a while, like everybody, even today, if you started something, you're going to hit issues because it is so new. And I would think because it's so different with all the Symfony components in there, with the twig, with the people are hitting things. Even if the stuff works, they're hitting it's just knowledge barriers too.
Right.
You know, it's for people that don't. Just to kind of make it clear, the changes between Drupal 7 and Drupal 8 are much more significant than any of the previous Drupal major releases.
Okay, yeah. Wait, don't hit that. You want this or the candy bar?
Does that sound fair to people?
You have to decide.
In general, I very much like
that.
I'm really excited to build more sites with it. I like Drupal 7.
That's not broken.
This is just.
This is candy.
It seems better.
Well, other than and it seems like from the user experience of site building, it's really nice. Other than the module that maybe Dave wrote, did you mostly stay in the module site building kind of mode for the whole time? Did you do any more development other than that one module?
I don't think we did much of anything.
I know you did some theming CSS stuff.
I went through some with the blocks. I did some of my own overrides and things like that.
No, we're not going to open this.
And so that was really interesting.
It was more on the theme layer for the development.
We're gonna what's up.
I guess what I'm driving at is it is pretty impressive to see you do this much all in config. I mean that's really what makes Drupal. So for everybody that's kind of new to Drupal or not,
you want this one?
Drupal that's here tonight.
One
of the big things about Drupal is
so you want this and not this, right?
Turn on modules and configuring things.
You want this but not this.
A bit of code, which one
do you want? Okay, I'm gonna put this up then. I'm gonna put this up. We're not gonna get this.
Jacob's presenting.
Let's get that.
He was able to do even more in 8 than you could in 7. If that sounds fair.
Yeah, definitely. This is another really helpful thing for themers. When you have debug mode on, it shows you what file you need to override in order to change that part of the code.
Yeah, and that's in settings PHP, right?
I'm not sure exactly. I can tell you if I get it.
I think that's in settings PHP, but that is an awesome tip.
That was really helpful.
If you've ever themed Drupal before in PHP template, there's been a lot of tricks and hacks to do that kind of stuff, but usually they either break on certain situations.
I didn't see what it did.
Oh,
it's amazing. Yeah.
So typically the site does not have all these comments in there. Drupal is spitting these out when in debug mode for each particular section. It's saying debug, and it says that the hook and the file name suggestion.
Hey, how you doing?
In order
Candy and fruit, apparently.
override that section.
Candy and fruit.
And so I did do some of that. We ended up scrapping
I'll
all that.
probably eat that. He'll probably eat that.
I
Most
originally
likely.
just put all my code.
But
in
we'll see about that.
What I wanted in those custom blocks, I wanted them in the I put them in the override.
Yeah.
But that we had issues with that transferring over.
So this one has like a few cents on it, but let me get the
That's an awesome tip, and awesome.
I think I have to get the amount. It has some money on it, but
Yeah,
not very much.
Because
I'll tell you in just a second.
I don't know how other people feel like
Have, 60 or 36 cents on it.
like 67.
Yeah,
But I think
you want me to slide it?
the point where it's acquired knowledge of where to go and
36.
and find stuff. But if you had to explain it to somebody, it's terribly hard. Like for how you learned all that stuff and figured it out. It's like you're.
Yeah, I always go back to older projects just to
Next
see
one.
what I had
Yeah,
to do
like-
and stuff like that.
I said next
But
one.
you kind of just know, well, this is node stuff, or this is a view, so I'm going to
What?
get views, how to get to the views templates and all that.
This is the only next one. This should have enough.
That's just something that's totally teachable to somebody who gets new to Drupal, and so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would say that most
All right, thank you
mostly
very
I
much.
was
Yeah.
CSS. I was hacking away at CSS
Yeah.
for all of this, which I'm very comfortable with.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did for
All right,
most.
well, then you want to get your
But it's
candy?
also awesome you're able to do most of
Can you
this
carry this?
inside.
Yeah.
So
Hey, look, here's a penny. Here's a
Most
penny.
most improved feature over Drupal 7.
Oh man.
because you seem pretty excited about it. So
Wait for me.
Most improved. For this particular site,
I got him. William,
having
wait up.
it was great.
Oh, you want to put the penny in there? That's nice.
So I didn't have to
You want to
install
put the
that.
penny in there?
It was there. So I just drag and drop.
Okay, you have to put it up here.
So it made that
Can you
quicker.
reach it? You want to do it?
I mean, over Drupal 7, I mean, it wasn't a whole lot for this particular site. It's pretty basic. Configuration, that was definitely the biggest.
Try again.
Configuration was the biggest. Yeah, you have to worry about features call anymore.
and
There
you're
goes, there goes, watch.
like
Look at it going.
you get to export new changes and commit that. Are you committing that? In
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Whoa.
Everything's committed.
Oh, it went down.
Yeah, and it's a pain in Drupal.
You see it? You want to do another one?
It doesn't get picked up.
Yeah.
So that'll be really nice.
Yeah, a lot of the different settings don't get picked up. You have to put them in with
Another one.
or something like that.
Yeah. Well, see, now that it's core, also, I think it's different than having a trim module that's trying to do all of that stuff, which really the core wasn't designed to do.
Right.
That's
You want to do this one?
making anything different.
I don't even think it was meant to be.
It was not. It was originally made to literally
There it goes.
say features like
It's a beer.
this is a blog feature, this is a photo gallery feature, this is a. It's supposed to be like
You
components,
see it? You want to do another one?
whereas a lot of us
We're
use features
spending all our money.
for what you're using config for, and that's to move config between environments.
So watch it.
Test staging and all that, which
There he goes.
you can make it work. There's just a lot of rules.
That's a fun game.
You can have merge conflicts like Graham was talking about.
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
What else we got here? There's another one.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jason.
There it goes.
What's up while you're on the page? What's up for next month? Seems like
Whoa.
it might be Brent Dunn.
Oh, what's this? A sticker. She got you a sticker, William. What is that? What is that?
This is the next one, right?
That dog?
Oh,
Yeah.
Go to more Drupal.
Oh, what'd you grab there? No, not that one. Not that one. I got cheaper than that.
Brent, are you up for that?
I'm too cheap for that, William. We got to do a penny.
upcoming meetups, right?
It's in Ray area.
Do the pennies.
Oh, I
Do the
see.
pennies first. Put the dog. Woof woof.
You're hoping you can just chat about like some.
Tell us about your life.
Just what's going on at.
What's up with Brent?
What did you talk about?
Let's just change
What
it.
you do
What's
at
up?
Red Hat?
What's up?
Are you doing any of that stuff that Kindle's
There we go.
involving that JavaScript PE separation stuff?
Whoa.
He's frozen. I can
Watch
see his
watch
face.
not here this time.
Yeah, funny. It's my brother. Staring at me the whole moment.
Maybe talk
Too
about,
bad.
maybe talk about like
I didn't really look at it when I was up there the first time. I thought it was just me for some reason. And I was like, wait a second. Yeah.
that'd be cool.
A lot of it is integrating Salesforce.
That is the last one. The last one.
Anything you think, man, would be good. I just We gave months on there because we didn't have time to.
It was the last one.
But I think whatever you feel comfortable with. I mean, I think it'd be cool just to hear what's going on. So whatever you feel comfortable with.
But I changed the time.
Wow. Okay, let's go home.
Just shoot me an email with whatever you want. I'll change it up. Yeah, think about it. I see. All right. Well, can you send me like a little description?
Yeah, all right.
All right, just short. Just
You want me to hold it? You pulling it?
30. You're it, man.
JFaz.
Oh, JFraz? Where's JFraz? What?
Oh, there goes.
JFraz.
Let me help you.
Where you go?
Watch, look both ways.
Oh, he's over here.
I'm gonna hold you.
Is it?
Okay.
He went home where he's still working.
You want your candy bar?
HP.
No, he left. I left.
He's doing front end stuff also. Talking.
Then that must be Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll remind you.
Front end fancy.
He does. Yeah.
Okay, let's go over here.
All right. Well, cool. I think we'll close another session of a successful CharDUG.
We'll open it when we get the car.
It's awesome.
On some shortcuts too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool.
Thanks, guys.
Let's stand up. And do you want to promote your other meetups?
Sure. Yeah. I'm the organizer of Bitcoin Charlotte. So if anyone's interested in Bitcoin, the new movement on the internet, I will present on that. And I haven't released the dates yet, but I think we have one scheduled with you next week.
Yes.
Right. That's
I
coming
just need
soon.
to
But
get the description.
yeah, I don't have to. I gotta give it to you.
Whatever you want to send to me, I'll get it through.
Sounds good.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to learning about the Bitcoin.
Good. Maybe I'll present.
Yeah, whatever. Cool. Awesome. Cool, everybody. Grab some beats on the way out. Hey there, we're going to end this. Is this Dave?
I gave the pros and I forget what it's